Okay, good morning. Today is May 9th. It's a Thursday, 2019. The time is almost 7:30 a.m. Getting a little bit of a late start this morning. Just did a crazy leg workout the other day at the gym, and my legs were so sore last night that it kept waking me up. So I decided to sleep in a little bit, and yeah, here we are. Welcome to my video trading journal. What you're looking at here is price ladders, or depth of market, or order books, whatever you want to call them. There are 5 products here, moving from left to right. The Ultra Bond here, it's a 30-year, 5-year, 10-year. And then all the way over here on the right is the ES, which is the E-mini S&P. Normally works as an inverse correlation to these products over here. So it looks like, just a quick glance, I've been watching this for a little bit, and looks like we have a pretty decent trend day going on. This is, everybody probably knows what a trend day looks like on a chart, but you're not going to find any charts here. This is all just order flow using price ladders. So this is what a chart looks, or this is what a trend day looks like on using volume profile. You can see just these like volume nodes with these low volume nodes here. So you have a high area of distribution, or consolidation, I should say, and then it pops up, and then another area of consolidation as it trades back and forth, but it holds this level, continues higher. Similar to what you see here, pops a level, trades back down, traders hold it, push it higher. That's what a trend looks like on a volume profile. When they hold up, they're very easy to trade. As you can see here, there's this big bid. I was watching this prior to starting the video, and it did trade on the first attempt, meaning that when prices drop down to this level, sellers hit into this big bid, and it did not immediately just fall off. Because if it was algorithmic or some sort of a program, they're typically trained to, as soon as they get hit down into, they just yank right off, and they look more like the rest of these guys down here. And that's just kind of some spoofing going on. But this one actually traded. Not only did it trade, but there was huge orders that came up in front of it. So that tells me that on first attempt it was legit. I just wanted to throw that in there before we get going on anything else, just because I am late to the game today, and I wanted to make sure everybody knows exactly what's going on with current action. Let's see, real quick, go through our routine. Overnight price action. Again, we talked a little bit about the trend. Yeah, it's pretty much just got bought up. Exactly what you see here. Looks like 3005 was the overnight high, basically was here. They popped that, held as support, popped that. Yesterday's high kind of acted as support for another move higher. That actually happened obviously during real-time trading, or after the pit opens at excuse me, 7:20 a.m. Central Time, which is 5:20 a.m. my time. I'm here on the West Coast. Which, by the way, we're having another really crappy, shitty, rainy morning here in San Diego, and everybody's complaining about it. It's kind of funny, actually. Let's see here. What's next? Let's review the calendar. So we had some announcements come out this morning, fairly decent, fairly active announcement schedule. Balance of trade came out. It's pretty much as expected. Continuing jobless claims, pretty much as expected. What do we have coming up? We have the 30-year bond auction at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Yesterday I saw that we had the 10-year auction in the morning, or actually it was the night before, so I decided just to not, I figured markets would be dead, at least the Treasury and bond markets would be dead, so I didn't even bother trading, and it looked like it was a pretty decent day yesterday. Turned into a pretty erratic downtrend day from what I could tell, looking at a chart. A lot of very long candles. That probably would have drove me nuts. So I'm glad I sat with that one out. On first glance today, price action looks similar to it in the fact that it's just kind of all over the place, but I'm not seeing it being as erratic, I guess. But that's just first glance. We'll find out. Okay, so let's see. Areas of interest at this point. Obviously, yesterday's high. You could see there was quite a bit of volume that was collected there. That's going to act as support. It already has once, from what I could tell. It probably will again. Obviously, the current high. Probably want to take a look at that if we get back up there. And then maybe the overnight high, but if we pop through yesterday's high down to here, then that would be a little bit less attractive. So that's our context. That's basically what's happening today. It looks like you got some big players playing. Obviously, the ES is pushing lows. Let me look at a chart real quick. I just want to get some perspective on the ES as far as year to date, I guess. So there was, let's see, where would support be? Support would be about 28 even, I guess, at this point. We've already pushed through first support, which was at 28.60. That happened during the overnight. So yeah, next level would be 28 even. And let's see, what is the low this year? Oh, we got a ways to go. That's all the way at 24 something. Yeah, got a ways to go there, so. But yeah, next support will be at 28 even. Let's see if they keep pushing this thing down, or if we just sort of level out. But there's a huge tail up there. I'm not sure if we'll get there today, but I'm not an ES trader, so I don't really know that product that well. I'm not sure why I'm even talking about it. So let's kind of start to focus here, at least I am. Stop talking. See exactly what we're dealing with. Lots of price action today. It's kind of volatile. Got a pretty decent imbalance up here already from the last attempt. You got 22 versus 13. So sellers absorbed a lot of buying there. We're pushing the lows in the ES. So this is where we want to look for a short opportunity here if it's going to happen. Again, it's a trend day, so you got to factor that in. So you got some big 27 down with 25 up. One thing I will say is on that last push down when we first created this little tail here, the ZN was sitting at the highs and it just would not attack any higher. And then it got slapped down pretty quickly. Like the entire time this thing pushed down, probably, I don't know, 5 points even. It just sat there. So that just kind of a clue that maybe they don't have an appetite for any higher prices. And it's going to be more of just trading inside this little range or down, even dropping down into the overnight high and filling in this low volume node here. But we'll see. I think the bias still is on the buy side at this point. Okay, so we're back down to yesterday's high and this big bid sitting here. Excuse me. Let's see if this thing trades. So they hit down into it, started pulling off. Now it's just a regular bid. Let's see if they start. Let's see if we get any action in front of it still. But it looks like it pulled off already. Some spoofing. Already have 1,000 hitting down into this. Bid's sort of held up. It's been kind of off and on. I'd like to see this pull off a little bit more, but a little bit more activity at this level. Even if it does trade through me, I'm still okay with this one. Yeah. They don't always hold, especially you get these big dogs coming through like that. Kind of saw that coming in a sense. I was a little apprehensive about taking that trade, but you kind of have to do it. It's just one of those things. You got to take a shot. You're not going to win them all. Probably could have let that trade out a little bit longer, just in a sense that it did pull off immediately as soon as we hit down into it. You got some big orders coming through here now. So I will let this video play out a little bit longer, but in reality, I don't really like the overnight high. Oh, I might like it, but I definitely like a short here at the current high. But otherwise, it's just sitting on the hands and kind of observing at this point. Trend is over. We've had reversal, in my opinion. Once you pop that level, We're and we should have known too when that didn't blast through that top there. That's kind of was really indicative because that should have been continuation easily with how much this fell in, and there was absolutely no action up here. That should have really been the biggest clue that, like, look, you know, we're done buying this thing. We're just going to get back to normal practice, which is just, you know, oscillating around, regression to the mean. So we'll just watch at this point. Okay, so we're down here at the overnight high. What I'm seeing here is some buyers absorbing of sellers at 02 half. And then we got a back tick here. My concern is just that there's so much selling pressure. I haven't seen really a lot of buyers step up here yet, so I might be a little premature on this one. But this is basically the last line of defense for buyers. Otherwise, this trade's basically all the way down. We've seen some really, really big ranges over the last couple of days, so it wouldn't surprise me if this traded through. That's why I really have a tight stop here. If I do just get plowed through again, then so be it. Could go either way. That's kind of my point, I guess. It's taken a lot just to get through this one little tick here. This has been hovering right around 600 and just absorbing all that buying that's happening. Five-year hasn't really done much. We're up a couple ticks over here in the bonds. I really need the 5-year to catch a bid. I just don't like how quickly this falls back in. It takes a lot of work to get up, and then it just drops right back in on nothing. It's just so much work to get going here. It takes so much energy, so much work to get up, and then it just falls right back in. Bonds are starting to push up. 5-year still hasn't done shit. Man, this is just... like, what's it going to take? Come on, Bolt, beef up, baby. Bonds are going for it. See if I can get my loss, pull my loss out. 500 in the queue, 400 in the queue, 300, 338. If it falls back in, then I could buy it again, maybe. Can't get filled. Maybe I'll get filled here. Okay. Well, break even on the day. I'll let this run a little while longer. If it gets back down to the overnight high, just my luck, this thing will, like right now it's holding steady. It'll just keep popping, keep going higher. Probably didn't have a giant excuse to take that off, but oh well. So we're back here at this level that we saw the absorption at last time. Prices have kind of stalled a little bit as far as the selling back down has stalled. We're kind of at a fulcrum here as far as just above the VWAP over here. If the ES is going to get sold, it probably gets sold right around this area at the value high. We're back down here at the overnight high, which should act as support. Kind of at the bottom of the value area here on the Ultra Bond, also at the 30-year. Or 5 years all catching bids. This feels too much like the last trade up here at yesterday's high that just got crushed. Just a gut feeling. Got really nothing else to go off of, but gotta see some pushback here. Yeah, it's just too much. Yeah, ultra bonds at the lows. There's just too much selling pressure here, I think. Just gonna try to scratch this guy. I don't like it. Don't like how the ES is just ripping higher. Getting to be that time of day. It's 9 a.m. That's when everybody goes to lunch, and buyers just, the default, just take control over here at the ES. Everybody's so anxious to buy at these levels, thinking they're getting a good deal. I don't like how we couldn't get more than a couple ticks on that last push up. Frankly, this just isn't not 100% comfortable in this sort of trading environment. Yeah, man, damn. Can't even get a scratch on this guy. I don't know, should I let this ride? I don't like how this is still beefed up. This hasn't pulled off really at all. Like nobody's buying it yet. I guess they're not going to buy it till they buy it, but yeah, wow. See how easy that just falls right in? It's just a matter of time before this pulls off and we get stopped. Still nobody buying this level at 3. Only 66 up so far. Scratched it. I'm totally cool with that. Probably could have held in there, but who knows. Just not seeing a lot of buying right now. And it's 9 a.m. It's time. It's quitting time. Tough day. It's been a tough week, man. Again, this is not really my trading environment. This is not my optimal environment. I like things that are a little bit more calm. Just settle into a range and just bang it back and forth. A few ticks here and there. So yeah. It is what it is. I guess we'll keep an eye out for these trade bullshit to be done, all these trade talks and the tweets and all that nonsense and the uncertainty that's in the market right now. Hopefully that passes this week. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe. But as of right now, this video is over.